Good night, everyone. Hi. How are you guys? Let me introduce myself. My name is Priskila Dewi Awan Suledatu. I'm from class C 2021, Mula Warman University, this department. So, today I will teach you about poetry by explaining the material linguistic in poetry of poem The More Loving One by W.H. Auden. Jadi pada pertemuan kali ini, saya akan mengajarkan dan menjelaskan mulai dari pengertian poetry dan poem, perbedaannya itu, lalu kita ke biografi. Dari situ kita akan berkenalan dengan penyair puisi dari More Loving One, yang dimana itu adalah puisi yang saya gunakan sebagai bahan materi saya sekarang ini. Lalu ada form, rhythm, matter, rhyme, atau rime, dan matter, tema, simbol, makna, dan yang terakhir figuratif. Okay. Before that, we should know about poetry and poem first. So, what is poetry and poem? Poetry is a literature that evokes a concentrated imaginative awareness of experience or a specific emotional response through language chosen arranged for its meaning, rhythm, rhyme, and matter. And poem is the end result or written product of poetry. And people who write poetry are called poets. So this is the difference between poem and poetry. Okay, poem, different than prose, gives pleasure. Next is, it is merely a form of verbal expression of poet's mind. Smaller is poem, piece of poetry or written piece of fundamental unit of poetry. And last, it is used in the sense of an individual piece. And then poetry would be a part of prose, gives an light. It is an activity of poet's mind. Longer is poetry, something higher than poem. Literary art form is that of poems, collected work. Jadi kalau lebih simpelnya, poetry ini lebih ke suatu jenis atau nama dari suatu karya sastra, atau bisa juga semacam proses dari karya sastra. Lalu poemnya, poem ini adalah in the end result atau hasil akhir of writing dari poetry atau karya sastra puisi. Ini semacamnya hasil akhirnya atau bentuk, yaitu hasil akhir dari poetry yang benar-benar sudah jadi, sedangkan poetry itu prosesnya. Okay. Next. So this is poem that I choose as an example of my teaching material is The More Loving One by W.H. Auden. I will recite the poetry first. Looking up at the stars, I know quite well that for all they care, we can go. But on earth indifference is least. We have to create romance or this. How should we like it, were stars to burn with the passion for us we could not return. Call affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me. Admirer as I think I am of stars that do not give a damn. I cannot. Now I see them say, I missed one terribly all day. Were all stars to disappear or die, I should learn to look at an empty sky and feel its total dark sublime, though this might take me a little time. Okay, move to the next slide. The next slide is biography. So let's get to know W.H. Auden. Mari kita berkenalan atau mengetahui sedikit tentang siapa itu Auden. Who is Auden? Weston Huck Auden was born on February 21, 1997 in York, England. He was a British poet, author, and playwright best known as a leading literary figure in the 20th century for his poetry. Auden is the third of three sons, and his family was a middle-class working family. In the age of 15, Auden's love of language and words had surpassed his interest in meaning, and he knew he would pursue the art of poetry and writing. Auden pursued his love of poetry, influenced by Old English verse and the poems of Thomas Hardy, Robert Frost, William Blake, and Emily Dickinson. W.H. Auden, or Weston Huck Auden, wrote his first book of poems entitled Poems at the age of 23 in 1930 and Orators in 1932. Orators is a poem written in long form verse and prose. He won the Pulitzer Prize in 1948 for his long poem, The Age of Anxiety, that written in 1947. Auden is known for his traditional and innovative forms and his distinct and innovative poetic voice. Most of Auden's poetry was written about love, religion, politics, and morals, but was all marked with his signature, stylistic, and technical influence. Auden was lauded for his chameleon-like ability to write poems in almost every verse form. His work influenced aspiring poets, popular culture, and vernacular speech. He died in Vienna on September 29, 1973, age 66, because of congestive heart failure. Some of his poetry works are Funeral Blues, Autumn Song, Lullaby, The More Loving One, and others so many more. Okay, this is the Western Auden. Okay, this is the elements of poem. Their form, rhythm, meter, and rhyme. Okay. Form. This is a form. The form of a poem refers to its structure, such as the number of lines, sentence, and the number and type of stanzas. Each poem has its own form or manner, based on what the poet wrote or their style. Jadi form ini semacam bentuk puisi seperti jumlah dari stanzanya, jumlah barisnya itu ada berapa. Pokoknya semacam bisa dibilang bentuk fisik dari puisi yang kita bisa lihat langsung. Nah, so this is the types or stanza. There are 10 types. First is mono-stitch. Mono-stitch stanza of one line. Jadi stanza atau bait yang terdiri dari satu baris. Second is couplet. Stanza of two lines atau bait yang terdiri dari dua baris. Next is triplet or tercet. Stanza of three lines atau bait yang terdiri dari tiga baris. Lalu quatrain, stanza of four lines atau bait yang terdiri dari empat baris. Quintine, stanza of five lines, bait yang terdiri dari lima baris. Sestet atau stanza of six lines atau bait yang terdiri dari enam baris. Then is septet, stanza of seven lines atau bait yang terdiri dari tujuh baris. Octave, stanza of eight lines atau bait yang terdiri dari 8 baris. Nonet or Spenserian, stanza of 9 lines atau bait yang terdiri dari 9 baris. And the last one is design, stanza of 10 lines atau bait yang terdiri dari 10 baris. Okay. The next slide. What is the form of this poem? Form dari puisi The Moral of One. So, the poem The Moral of One was written and belongs to the type of quatrain. Kenapa? Karena puisi ini terdiri dari 4 baris di setiap stanza. Nah, jumlah baris pada puisi ini adalah 16. Total number of lines in this poem is 16 lines. Dan jumlah baitnya ada 4. Dan 4 stanza. Okay, the next is rhythm atau ritme. What is rhythm? Rhythm is the beat and pace of a poem or pattern of stress in a line of rhyme in poem. All spoken words have a rhythm formed by stressed and unstressed syllables. Syllables are the main key in rhythm and meter. Why? Kenapa? Karena dengan adanya syllables atau suku kata ini, kalian dapat menemukan dan mengetahui dengan saat kamu mengucapkan setiap bagian kata yang berbeda, pasti akan selalu ada kata yang ditekankan atau stress atau tidak ditekankan, unstressed. Dan juga suku kata atau syllables memiliki bunyi panjang atau pendek saat diucapkan. All spoken word has a written form by stressed and unstressed syllables. Poets deliberately create rhythmical patterns to create particular effects. Contohnya seperti kata pillow. Pillow has two syllables, punya dua suku kata yaitu pill and low. And this word is stressed when I say pill low. And there are also word flow plus one syllable. Jadi punya satu suku kata flow. Doang. Nggak seperti pillow. 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 The word flow is sound shorter and unstraight, not same like word pillow. And rhythm has 5 types. Yeah, so this is 5 types of rhythm. First is iambs or iambic. Consists of 2 syllables, the first of which is unstraight, while the second syllable is straight. Jadi dia punya 2 suku kata yang dimana yang pertama itu ditekankan dan yang kedua itu tidak ditekankan dan yang kedua itu ditekankan. And second is trochee or trochee, has 2 syllables, the first of which is strongly stressed, while the second syllable is unstressed. Jadi yang suku kata pertama itu ditekankan dan sedangkan yang kedua itu tidak ditekankan. And the next is undi, has 2 syllables which are consecutively stressed. Jadi dua-duanya itu ditekankan. And the next or the third one is dactyl, has 3 syllables. The first syllable is stressed, and the remaining 2 syllables are unstressed. And the fourth or the last one is anapes, has 3 syllables, where the first 2 syllables are unstressed and the last syllable is stressed. And then is meter or meter. What is meter? The meter in a line of poetry is identified through the stressed and unstressed pattern of words. Poetic rhythms are measured in metrical feet. Metrical feet usually has 1 stressed syllable and 1 or 2 unstressed syllables. Different poets use the pattern of the meter to create different effects. So, it's a type of meter. The first is monometer, 1 foot per line, and then dimeter, 2 feet per line, and next is trimeter, 3 feet per line, and the next is tetrameter, 4 feet per line, and the next is pentameter, 5 feet per line, and next hexameter, 6 feet per line, and the next is heptameter, 7 feet per line, and the last one is octameter, 8 feet per line. Bagaimana cara menentukan rhythm and meter? Bagaimana cara menentukan ritma dan meter? Yang pertama itu kalian harus mengenali terlebih dahulu apa saja jenis dari rhythm dan meter atau ritma dan meter. Seperti yang sudah saya sebutkan tadi itu. Seperti rhythm, ada iambs or iambic dan trochee. Lalu meter itu ada monometer, meter, trimeter, dan lainnya. Lalu dengan suku kata yang kalian dengar saat membaca puisi tersebut atau puisi yang kalian baca, Setidaknya, kalian dapat memecah kata-kata itu menjadi suku kata. Gunakan pola suara yang Anda dengar saat membaca puisi untuk memecah kata menjadi suku kata. Gunakan tanda penghubung atau strip untuk membagi suku kata di setiap kata. Lalu kalian dapat mengidentifikasi suku kata sebagai tekanan atau stress atau tanpa tekanan unstressed. Gunakan simbol garis miring ini. Bisa gunakan garis miring atau gunakan angka 1 di atas atau di samping suku kata. Itu kalian tuliskan garis miring atau 1. Lalu bisa juga ini tanda silang atau 0 sebagai tanda dari suku kata yang tidak ditekankan atau tanpa ditekankan. Lalu kalian tentukan dan hitung jumlah kaki di setiap baris. Berilah dan tuliskan nama meter dan ritmenya. Misalnya pentameter iambic. Atau seperti pada slide ini. Seperti ini. Nah, ini contohnya di stanza kedua, di line kelima, itu 1010101. Itu meternya, dan ritmenya atau ritmenya tetrameter trocade 1. Nah, ini juga yang di line 7 atau baris ke-7, if full affection cannot be, nih, 010101, itu meternya, ritmenya 3 meter iambic. Nah, yang meternya yang 0101 ini bisa kalian ganti jadi tanda garis miring atau wow, atau tanda silang gitu. Okay. Next is, what is rhyme? The pattern of similar sounding words in lines of verse. Rhyme most often occurs at the end of lines, and each line is labeled using capital letters, such as A, 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 B, A, B, A, B, B, A, or A, B, C, B, and others. Then it's called rhyme scheme. In addition, rhyme is principally a function of sound rather than spelling. Rhyme is therefore predominantly independent of the way words look or are spelled. Writers use rhyme as a way to create sound patterns in order to emphasize in words and their relationship with others in an artistic manner. Jadi rima ini biasanya ada di akhir tiap baris. Nah, ini tanda rima yang dalam kurung. So, this is a types of rhyme scheme. First is alternate rhyme, A, B, A, B, alternating the rhyming pattern through of A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, D, H, D, H. Next is ballad, A, B, A, B, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C. Ballad is typically composed of 3 8-line stanza. or A, B, 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 C, followed by a 4-line stanza. Easy, B. And the next is coupled rhyme. A, A, B, B. Pairs the rhymes into couplets with new sounds. A, B, B, C, C, D, D, or dwelling sounds. A, B, B, B. Like that. The next is enclosed rhyme. A, B, B, A. The next is limerick. A, B, B, A. And then monorhyme. A, A. And the next is simple 4-line rhyme. A, B, C, B. The next is terza rhyme. A, B, C, B. And then is triplet A. And the last one is villanelle A, or repeat 5 times A. Bagaimana Anda menemukan skema rima puisi? Jika kalian ingin menentukan skema sajak yang mengikuti pada puisi, kalian bisa lihat bunyi akhir dalam baris. Contohnya seperti ini. Looking up at the stars, I know quite well. Nah, ini rimanya well. Akhirnya ini well. Kalian bisa langsung kasih tandanya to A. That for all they care, I can go to hell. Nah, bunyinya juga mirip kan sama yang di baris pertama. Well dan hell. Jadi dikasih tanda yang sama juga, itu A. Kalian tuliskan juga ini. Nah, lalu di baris yang ketiga atau di lines, but on earth indifference is the least. Nah, bunyi akhir pada baris ketiga ini tuh least, beda sama yang di baris pertama sama yang kedua. Jadi kalian kasih tanda B, itu rima baru, B, lalu kita ke baris keempat. We have to tread from man or beast. Nah, sama kan? Sama seperti baris ketiga. Nah, jadi dikasih tanda B, sama seperti baris ketiga. Begitupun seterusnya. Tetap kalian gunakan atau tambah simbol B, jika bunyinya itu yang muncul di akhir barisnya itu sama. Now, what is the rhythm, meter, and rhyme display? What uses a coupled rhyme A, B, because each sound ends in a pair A, B, C, D, E, F. Nah, seperti yang di samping ini. Ini rimanya A, B, C, D, F, E. Theme. What is theme? The theme of a poem is the message an author wants to communicate through. So, what is the theme of the poem? Theme in the poem, the more loving one, is the pain and beauty of unrequited love. The speakers of Auden's the more loving one effects that while love is often disappointing, still worthwhile personifying the stars as distant, indifferent beloveds. The speaker decides that even if the stars don't give them God the speaker will go on loving the stars for a while at least, unrequited, imperfect, temporary, or painful. This poem suggests is better than love at all. Next is symbol. What is symbol in the poem The Moral One? So the symbol is stars. In this poem, the poet used stars as the symbol. The Moral One is a poem in which a standard metaphor is used to depict the feelings of the speaker. This of unrequited love, Auden used the extended metaphor of stars to represent to lovers who do not feel the same for their pursuers. And the next is meaning. Every poem must have meaning because the poet must have a specific purpose and purpose why he writes poetry, and the reader can also know the meaning and purpose of it. So here is the meaning of the moral one per stanza. In stanza 1, per stanza, the poets begin with the indifference of the stars. When she looks at them, he knows they don't care about what happens to him. In this poem, the poet compares the stars to his lover or loved one. He writes, looking at the stars I know quite well, for all they care, I can go to hell. The poet tells his readers that right from the start he knows is by looking at his lovers, that the emotion he feels for him are unrequited. Him, the speaker's feelings to have no value, but to the speaker his lover is very important. In fact, he doesn't care if his love is unrequited, and still admires his starlet even though his beloved is so indifferent that she doesn't care about the speaker's fate. And that does not stop him from still admiring and loving his lover. What finished the stanza in line 3 and 4. Earth indifference is the least. Have to dread from man or beast. Here, the poet alludes that he would rather his beloved feel indifferent towards him than the other way around, which could be either hatred or unrequited love by her. Then, second stanza, it begins with a question to the reader. Hero, how should we like it were stars born, with a passion for us who will not return? The poet seems to be asking his readers which is better, to be loved and not loved in return, or to be the one on the other end who doesn't love a sweeter in return. Speaker answers a question for his readers in lines 7 and 8. If equal affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me. The poet chooses to be the more loving one because it is a less painful choice, or because he cannot bear people he loves suffer as much as he does. To the speaker, he or she enjoys being the more loving one, and it is better to be the one who loves than the one who doesn't. Okay, next stanza in the third stanza, the speaker realizes that love is fleeting and impermanent. The speaker also admitted that what he feels right now for his lover is not something that will always be there. He didn't feel so strong that he wouldn't be able to live without them, and even admitted that he when he saw them, he didn't feel as though he had missed them while they were gone. He tells us that although he likes to think of himself as an admirer, the speaker cannot pass a day without missing his star or his lover throughout. The next is fourth stanza or the final stanza. This stanza contemplates where all the stars disappear or die. The speaker acknowledges that if his lover, again represented as a star, live or died, he would learn to look at an empty sky and feel its total dark sublime. However, though this might take me a little time, the poet doesn't seem sure if he can learn to appreciate life without the person he loves so much, yet doesn't love him back. This will take time. This will take time and a lot of effort. The speaker will realize that someday his feelings will slowly change with time. Thus, he will accept the bleak situation and conditions. It will take time that he could not predict. The same is true for a world without God. And then the next is the meaning overall atau keseluruhan. So this poem explores the speaker's thoughts and valid and unrequited love that does not achieve the expected goal. It begins as he compares his love to a stars and explains how he is the least concerned about his infinite love. Speaker's feelings have no value, but to him, he seems so important that even his rejection cannot stop him from loving her. Despite knowing he will never get the same affection, he loves her unconditionally. He doesn't care if the person he loves doesn't love him back. He would rather be the one who do more loving one than be loved, because he knows that unrequited love is very painful, and he doesn't want his loved one to suffer and feel what the speaker feels. He knows that his love will not bring any change on the other side, yet he always misses his beloved who in the poem is represented as the stars of his day. However, the speaker realizes that his feeling will change as time goes by. Thus, he accepts the gloomy situation. This gloomy situation he feels might take a long time. Okay, we move to the next slide. The next slide is figurative language. The use of figurative language in poetry is a way for writers to create a link or comparison between constructed objects, abstract ideas by using basic words or phrases in a non-literal way to draw on the emotions of the reader. Oftentimes, the writers will play on the sense in order to draw out powerful connection, allowing the reader to imagine how things may taste, smell, feel, look, or sound. Figurative language and literary devices are meant to take reading poetry an enjoyable experience. And this is a list of figurative language. There are metaphor, simile, personification, hyperbole, synecdoche, synecdoche, idiom, oxymoron, euphemism. So the first is metaphor. Metaphor is a common poetic device where an object in or the subject of poem is described as being as the same as another otherwise unrelated object. In this poem, both use star, as the metaphor for describe or represent as the speaker's lover. And the second is similar. Similar is used in the literature to present a comparison by including the word as and like. Now, example in the poem, "How should we like it for stars to burn?" in line 5, and admire as a thing I am in line 9. And next is personification. Personification is attribution of human characteristic to non-living object. Using personification affects the way readers imagine things, and it sparks an interest in the subject. An example of stars that do not give a damn in line 10. And the next is hyperbole. Hyperbole is an exaggeration that is created to emphasize a point or bring out a sense of humor. It is often used in everyday conversation without the speaker noticing it. The exaggeration is so outrageous that no one would believe that is true. It is used to add depth and color to a statement. Example, that for all they care, vote down in a line 2. And then there, I missed one to replay all day in a line 12. And Phil is total dark sublime in a line 15. The next is Suledatu, a figure of speech in which a part of something stands for the whole. Example, if equal affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me in a line 7. The next is idiom. Idiom is the language techniques used to phrase with a universally understood meaning that's different from the literal usage. Idioms can be unique to a particular culture and confusing for non-native speakers. Since it deviates drastically from the literal translation. Usually, the phrase would appear nonsensical without its context and understanding. Example, for all they care, I can quote in the line 2. The next is oxymoron, associates to seemingly self-contradicting terms to illustrate a point or reveal paradox. Example, I cannot. Now I see them say in a line 11. And the last one, euphemism. Euphemism is when a polite or mild word or expression is used in place of something more unpleasant, distributing, or taboo. Example, but on earth, indifferent is the least. Have the threat of a man or beast in line 3 and 4. Nah, oke. Ini adalah asesmen. Di sini saya meminta pada kalian untuk carilah puisi bebas sesuka kalian, baik itu genrenya, apapun itu, bebas terserah dari kalian. Cari puisi yang kalian suka atau yang ingin kalian inginkan. Setelah itu, kalian analisis dari form, rhythm atau ritme, meter, dan read and rhyme atau rimanya. Kalian analisis, kalian tentukan, kalian cari seperti yang sudah saya jelaskan tadi. Lalu kemudian analisis dan temukan tema, makna, dan figuratif language-nya. Oke, itu saja asesmen dari saya. Lalu kesimpulan, jadi Puisi itu adalah salah satu karya sastra yang dimana kita menyalurkan atau mengekspresikan emosi dan perasaan kita melalui tulisan, dan dimana juga kita dapat menulisnya sesuai dengan gaya atau cara kita sendiri atau cara kita masing-masing gitu, agar tampak menarik dan mempunyai daya tarik tersendiri terhadap pembacanya saat mereka membaca puisi tersebut. Poetry juga merupakan salah satu nama atau jenis karya sastra, atau bisa juga seperti proses yang seperti sudah saya sebutkan tadi. Nah, sedangkan poem itu hasil akhirnya atau bentuk jadinya yang yang kita baca nanti itu poem, namanya poem, puisi. Nah, lalu poetry has elements seperti form, rhythm atau ritme, matter, and rhyme atau rima. Nah, jadi itu juga yang membuat setiap puisi itu berbeda. Dari elemen-elemen tersebutlah yang membuat setiap puisi memiliki ciri khas dan gaya tersendiri sesuai dengan keinginan si penyair. Okay, alright. I think that's all for me. Thank you for watching, and I hope my video can help you guys get to know more about poetry, and you are able to analyze form, rhythm, matter, rhyme, symbols, figurative language. Okay, have a good day, and bye.